one to pick?
You might. I didn't.
You have to counter this Enigma, don't you?
I feel
The
it.
tower and bounces off. In turn, pushing into Virtus.pro. 33 is actually going to immediately be assaulted here as a long duration Fortune's End holds him in place. Now they just need to make sure to keep that poison sting damage taken up. Resolution's got to be careful. The tower, though, 33 should eventually die here unless he could somehow juke it out. But no, that's going to be your first blood. Solo claim with this mid lane because it looks like no one is really far ahead.
Yeah, so the thing about this matchup is, yes, it's annoying getting some creeps tonight, but he can't deny you any other way. And he doesn't really harass you that much. You have good armor on Stormshade, so all these little love taps that you receive from the Enigma doesn't bother you that much.
Back over to the top lane, ILTW in some trouble here. The Fortune's End to try and purge out some of that damage, but there was more to come.
Any way to kill a Bristleback, it's going to be Tusk early game.
Yeah, early Eidolons
advantages.
you couldn't use to deny, right? It was just, they're too easily fed away.
Yeah, they don't really do anything. They're super weak if anybody runs into them.
Yeah.
Which is why we'll see when Enigmas try to jungle, you just get like one support hero to hit back. And Beastmaster is also having maybe the worst time, but in the exact same spot.
Head and help make sure that Bristleback's game is equally terrible.
Haha, he's also not getting far.
Blocked out a little bit by the shards, has to work his way around it. The boar keeps on slowing down ILTW. He's being chased farther and farther. The tag team doing so much damage here. No one shows up. He's only level 5 here with a double poison touch, though. Maybe they could do something here. Solo, they can make sure 33 cannot TP away. And Saksa, he walks right on
this.
It's now mid lane. Both teams
Double wards.
walking around. Sentry on out. No tail. You're going to be safe by Seb here. Seb just kind of waiting out.
He got blown up.
Oh, but the whipped halfway through.
What is with black holes today?
Grab Seb immediately. Now an opportunity for Rolling Thunder. If they want to pursue here, they can. The Swashbuckle goes out. The Rolling Thunder. Nice snowball dodge and put it onto the Panko. He's pulling him all back. Now he can bounce him off the wall. No, he actually doesn't go for it. He just tries for a clean escape here. While Samael, he sees no one on that Storm Spirit. Has a bit of mana to work with and a Fairy Fire. So it'll take a lot here to bring him down. No one's actually going to turn, pull him into the tower, and try and jump, but a sleight of fist catches him right as he lands next to Zayat's dead in the grave, and Dazzle has no shallow grave to protect himself. A triple Angolier, who has yet to really get a good grip on this game. Hasn't found any big kills. He's going to look for one on 33 here. He immediately gets Primal Roared up. He's going to be taking some tower shots, but should be saved by Zayats. Now, the Rolling Thunder. Oh, it's still not going to go off. He didn't actually ever cast it. Resolution just dies, and Zayats will also fall underneath the tower. Samael gets that double kill.
He protects his poor ass Beastmaster, but probably going to be a dead no-tail here.
Yeah.
He was so
Sheltered from all this violence in the world. Mid-tower, it's about to go down. Seb making good use of this Enigma, does get denied. Now he's going to be vortexed into the Rolling Thunder and just killed off. So what could have...
I would like them to get on some lane. And that's why Rezo is still sticking around at bottom. Big fan of that. Sumail is going to catch Solo, who is 99% dead.
Yeah, he does not have level 6 yet. Like,
And an
there's very
Enchantress.
clearly a game plan.
Yeah, there's a
in
theme
how
here.
He takes control. Trying to grab him in the silencer. The first target here, No Tail. He's not stunned, but doesn't go for the global. He holds on to it, and he'll hold on to it into his grave as Samael. Now he buys back, pops that global silence. His Solo's going to be finished off here. Samael looks for the next one in Science. At the same time, ILTW.
Oh, he guessed wrong.
Juked it a little bit. Looks like Samael did spot him, though, and he might still be able to run him down, or maybe not. The chains goes out. Samael is actually out of mana. Of course, he does have that Aegis, but with very little...
Play on the black hole at all. He's just going to kind of play as a pusher. I like this. He's got the Eidolon attack range.
Okay, so better way to be able to siege the tower. Resolution doesn't put himself that far away from Samael with that swashbuckle. So he will get chained up again. One more swashbuckle coming. Now they're going to be saving him. Resolution jumps a little bit farther away. He does have plenty of heals with that Vlad, so he should be fine. But Solo, no longer having a false promise, has no backup plan.
Oh, they lost the mech. Ah, Seb.
Ooh, what happened to his
Come
courier?
on, man.
No one's cutting the mid-creep wave and kill the courier.
I mean, Seb's courier just died to the tower.
ILTW, he has a Vanguard, so he's kind of tanky, but OG, they are so strong right now with the tag team. They make short work of that for a problem at all.
That was pretty funny. ILTW is like, pardon me, just making my way here. Just trying to get back to the base, right?
He's like, I'm strong, guys. I have my Vanguard.
Oh, another courier's gonna die. What am I watching?
What the hell?
I just watched it once.
These boys need to get... Oh, there's another one. Go to me.
Are you serious?
Go mid. Go mid.
Radiant's courier.
Oh my god, what? Who still has it?
Cuts one way.
Hello.
But OG, they've been really good about hunting these heroes when they go for plays like this, and Zayat has indeed been caught. Still has the snowball just in case he gets off the Shell Grave and tries to go for the TP. Zayat doesn't even bother because he knows. You did, boy.
I like how he charges it to full, just as an extra.
Yeah.
Just as the OG gets to the map.
Yeah.
Amazing what you'll find laying around.
Just at the sign of almost any hero, Virtus.pro has to retreat and blow some of their
ball misses. Nice dodge.
Ball. Samael was able to get his remnant before he jumped back.
This is 2 ultis expended by VP. ILTW, you've got to start being a little bit careful here. Seb is now coming in for this. They don't have false promise anymore, nor do they have the Pango ball. Surely you can just purge off this silence, but instead he goes for it on the Enigma, and they've got to be careful.
Samael double chain. Solo's still there to try and protect against some of the magic damage, but it's too much physical. Samael's going to be pulled back in. Can they finish one? They actually got him. The black hole. It comes a little too late. The global silence is down. They do manage to catch the Storm Spirit as he zipped in, but he's kind of healthy. He gets burned about. Malphus. Oh, he gets away with barely HP. He pops the bottle, and he's going to be fine. And look at ILTW. Maybe he can get his revenge, but he's so slow underneath all of this. The boars, they're keeping him in place. The Crimson Guard goes off. His back is turned, but bit by bit, piece by piece, he may just end up going down the heel. The heel, it's Solo. He's managed to keep him alive. Now Resolution's looking to be able to slow him down, and no one's back, baby. He barely survived through that team fight, and now he's back to exact his revenge. He's going to be able to pop that Yule Scepter onto 33, allow Resolution to catch up to seal the deal. They're going to go for the Boar and the Beastmaster.
Wow,
they're now ahead in net worth.
They did that so well. Cannot commend them enough. And it's really Sumail just jumping in thinking he's invincible, and he might have been if the rest of his team had vision of that high ground.
Low ground, they're going to go for him, trying to burst him down as quick as possible, but he does manage to get off the snowball, goes a small distance away. That Lotus Orb, but not protecting Resolution as the global silence went down afterwards. He needs to be able to get that swashbuckle up. The saves are coming in, though. 2 different defensive supports will allow this Pango to be able to get back.
Now he's going to get his ball up.
Tries to go for the Ember Spirit, but Samael's already jumped away. 1 remnant up, needs another one to get to the high ground before Resolution's here. Dodges that ball, but it keeps on trucking. Finally, he bumps him out. No, dodges it again. Does manage to dodge it. Back over to Solo. He's been caught by Saksa. He's going to be chased down by the support while the Beastmaster's chuck in as well. The Shard's going to be able to block him out, and he should be dead. Virtus.pro keep on moving forward. Seb, they spot hit next, but Samael, he's got a surprise for him. Comes back
black
in.
hole.
The Yule Scepter. It goes down, stopping that what could have been a game-winning fight, but now it's the turnaround. Samael's caught up in the remnant, pulled back in by the Vortex. He's not able to jump away. Science dies to No Tail, but it is a dying croak from No Tail. He goes. Samael maybe thinking that he needs a BKB. He's not sure whether or not he's going to go for that. He has the Ogre Club. But he has Chrysalis queued up. Does he have a BKB on a courier somewhere?
And the zip in. He fights
pull him back. This means no global silence in the fight. This means he has to immediately retreat. Resolution is not able to get the extra hero. Gets stuck on the cliff instead. They're not careful, though. OG may strike back as they see Solo. An opportunity to be able to burst down that 5 position. They immediately
need to protect their supports.
With the buyback as well. Desires, he's been caught as well. Tries to go for the shallow grade TP out. ILTW stalled off by the Malphus as well. They're going to go from killing these 2 supports, now being able to take on the big tanky cores. ILTW trapped by the Shards, just turning his back to him, delivering what damage he can before he finally dies. No one's going to come over from the side, though. Trying to go for a pickoff onto Seb, but Seb's too tanky, especially around ready to play for him.
Roche is getting really low right now. Storm finds a Mindbreaker.
No one is pretty far away. Is he going to go for a long zip in? It's looking like he might. They're trying to get the information. There's the zip through. Doesn't do that much damage, though. Zep, he's able to take off most of it with the Guardian Greaves. He got off the Essence Ring, and now the Primal Roar. It's onto the Storm Spirit, but a Lotus Sword saves him. It puts him in the Snowball. Do they have a stun to be able to catch him? No. Immediately breaks the Snowball to be able to zip onto 33.
Watch for Seb. He still has
Goes
it.
for the black hole onto 2. No one can't really stop it. He's out of mana now, and that's just going to hold on through. They do manage to get the Shallow Grave off on the Solo. Solo survives a little bit longer to get off some heals.
The
but now
global
silence. The global silence with the ice shards as well. They're stuck. He pops the Eul Scepter. A zip away, but no one chains. It'll hold him in place. No one goes down. No buyback available for no one either. It's only going to be this 3-man from Virtus.pro. They're trying to escort ILTW out of here, but the chase continues for OG. They're going to lead behind Zayat, but Solo's up next. Saxa with the... It's off the Shallow Grave and the False Promise. ILTW is going to leave his support behind and try and retreat, but most of OG, they're circling around.
This guy doesn't have buyback.
They know that they can catch him here. They're going to use the Primal Roar. Now he's got his back turned to some of them, but there's so many heroes here. Can they possibly bail him out? The Lotus Orb goes down. The Rolling Thunder is going to bounce on through, hitting Samel, hitting 33. The Ice Shard's going to block him in a little bit longer.
Did they go too far?
Out, but they've actually healed him thanks to the Dazzle. Rolling Thunder continues to hit 33. Managed to blink away from that last dodge that may have actually killed him. While no one, they seemingly take team fights with ease. Saxa spotted. Resolution. Can he get off the Lotus Orb? He does not. He tried to go for the Rolling Thunder instead and gets caught in the process.
Just gets a little bit too cocky. They're waiting, and now they don't have an easy cancel for this BKB Black Hole. Seb,
BKB, it's here now.
But they'll have clicked and seen the courier come forward. But this is going to finally mean the tier 3 towers, they've finally broken out that outer shell.
They still have ILTW there, though. Arcane's curse, it just doesn't go away with the bristleback. He had to use Fortune's End to purge it off of him.
Fresh set of Eidolons, the punch.
Saxa sees his opportunity. Just a small window to punch ILTW in the face. Misses the shards, though. Okay, a smoke up from no one.
Storms go nowadays. But he has to be so careful about not getting roared VP.
33 pushes
Don't
out
lose your
again.
supports here.
Gonna see
Look at them just run past with the supports.
Immediately going to be targeted. Solo does have the Shallow Grave on him. Tries to walk it off with Glimmer Cape. He's going to be okay, but Zayat needs to save. They're going to have to use that.
They save each other.
There's no one with the triple electric vortex with the Rolling Thunder on through.
Oh, he didn't get his BKB off.
Seb, they've taken him out, but the 2 supports are also going to die, and no one is low on mana right now. Zayat is actually saved. There was enough heal.
They don't have an easy way to cancel this. The only way that he gets caught out is when the storm comes through, but that surprise factor is now gone. Is they gonna jump?
They see the Storm Share in the top lane, so immediately they try and jump ILTW. Solo.
He's very tanky. They will not commit
the
for
Glimmer
this.
Cape. They're not going to overdo it here. They don't overcommit for ILTW, and the supports also don't commit some of their defensive abilities just yet. The Storm Share jumps over the side. They see him. Oh, there goes the Global Silence. No one. He still has the Eul Scepter, though, and Seb perfect by no one. Bother to go for it.
He uses himself, and now they've got to get out. They're going to lose a silencer here for free.
Kill. He's certainly dead. Seb, are they going to go back in? The Primal Roar. They found the back line. Solo, they're going to try and break through the Shallow Grave. Zayat saves him. The Black Hole goes on through. The BKB Black Hole on the 4. The Rolling Thunder goes on through. Stalls up the damage from Samel. Can they actually down Samel? They actually do. Oh, ILTW. He's putting out the damage. He's pumping out the brakes. He's going to go for Seb. Slow him down with the Viscous Nasal Goo. The Snowball. Oh, they got another one. Resolution comes through. They manage to get him. ILTW with the
things. You still want to be careful here, OG, with the Black Hole.
And what this means is they finally have a BKB piercing disable. Seb no longer has the freest Black Hole game.
I mean, even with that, it didn't feel like they had enough damage going into it.
Yeah, certainly. And that's why he's trying to get more damage out with the Aghanim Scepter on the Enigma.
Now he's taking a lot of damage, but look, the 2 supports on the back line. It's so hard for OG. You don't want to commit the roar for one of these 2 supports because they save each other. So you almost simultaneously have to flip the switch. Saxa has to go for one, 33 has to go for the other, while you're popping global so they can't save each other. It's such a complicated way to win this game now. If ILTW just sits up here and he's gonna commit. Sumail tries to go for the supports. He wants him to
try to get that fast kill, but no one immediately grabs 2. They grab the Vortex. The Global Silence goes off a little bit too late. No one in some trouble. The Black Hole actually lacking them too, but they do have the False Promise. No one may survive for a little bit longer. They manage to get a bash onto Seb. Now the roll in from Resolution. Rolling Thunder bounces once, twice onto Saxa. Hops over him, hits 33 instead, while no one goes up to full health, laying into Saxa, trying to get that kill. A punch in the air, and no one will retreat back to the rest of his team, where they're going to try and deal with Sumail. Sumail low on mana here. One sleight of fist, but now he's going to come back down to earth. Quickly surrounded by Virtus.pro heroes. He's maybe dying here. Saxa trying to bail him out with a snowball. They're getting so low. LTW's trying to get him with the Abyssal. Can they kite him? Damage just a little more, but no. Sumail, he goes for the TP out. No one finally gets him. He finally gets that kill, but he's committed his life to be able to get that, and he will certainly die without the mana. ILTW now a man, a machine, a monster, just looking for more kills in a 2 versus 4. The roll is on Zion. ILTW tries to save his support. He goes for Seb. Seb's so low, but now he's been broken as well. Tries to slow him down even further. BKB goes off. No more slows. He's able to get away. Instead, he turns on to Notel. Notel laying the damage on his Zions, but he survives. He gets through all of that, runs away with ILTW. They get that kill on the one support. The shard hits, blocked him in, but immediately an Abyssal Blade. Saxa still gets up. He's still alive. Still alive. A bash. One more, and he can save him, but Zions, he finally goes down, but it cost them so much. OG, they've committed so hard just to be able to kill a damn 4 position. ILTW slows him down to a crawl. A 4 blocks him in. A 33. He gets the blink away. A TP. Is he gone? Can he get out? No bash. No. ILTW misses the kill. 30
himself, and that would have been the death of 33.
Spell Prism for the Storm. Saxa, he won solo. He always won solo, and he may just have him too. Solo. Oh, he even get off the false promise. The Rolling Thunder on 2 with the Vortex show. That might just be able to seal it. The black hole goes up, and no one dodges it. And the Rolling Thunder finishes off Notail. Immediately buys back. ILTW managed to get the Abyssal Blade. 33, waiting for the kill on his Zions, but he's so damn tanky. 33 can't really do anything there. He has to retreat. Back underneath the sentry. There goes that Abyssal Blade. Used onto Saxa. Saxa still has a snowball. And he has a blink up. Can he blink away? He blinks away in time before the Rolling Thunder can catch him. Rezo, he used his refresher orb for this. They need a kill, and they found Notail. Notail gets off the global silence, but he's certainly dead. OG, can they do anything off this one? The Yule Scepter going down, but the Rolling Thunder is still going up. They chained up Sumail and Seb. Now a Basher fall up on his Seb as well. He's dead. He does have a buyback. They're going to try and chase Sumail next. The Shallow Grave goes off onto no one. No one turning. Sumail surrounded. He's dead as well. Another buyback could be forced as ILTW marches straight for those barracks.
Seb, without Black Hole, what are you supposed to do here? Maybe he just buys out refresher, sells a bunch of stuff. I don't know. But that Black Hole did not connect in the way they needed him to.
No, it certainly did not.
And all the buybacks coming out now.
Now they have to stall for 50 seconds if they want this. A kick! It pushed Saxa into the rest of Virtus.pro, and ILTW, they don't really want to go for him.
This is not the target you want to kick into the base.
Saxa, he's so tanky, but eventually he's going to die here.
Another
left
kick
in the middle of him. Kicks Rezo into his allies, but at the same time, they can't do anything with these positionings. They don't have the damage to take advantage of that.
He needs to kick the supports.
He needs to kick Solo or Zayat into the rest of OG.
And instead, he just gives him a freebie. He doesn't have buyback. 577 gold short.
He dropped the gem as well, so it's going to be a lot harder to be able to kill Solo. Solo is currently smoked. 2-man remnant. Follow up with the swashbuckle. The bash went down, and now they're going to be able to get on top of Seth. That's a dieback. Sumail against the world. He's going to have to be able to slide a fist and get back to the fountain and play with this, constantly harassing VP.
They're going for the
they see this opportunity. They're going to start chopping down those tier 4s. A glyph goes in. 33 and Sumail. And next up, Notail. A 3 versus 5. Could they possibly do this? Is going to be running out. No one. A little bit low, but the Rolling Thunder is just going to keep them chained right in front of their fountain. No hope to retreat. Only a buyback available for 33, and Virtus.pro taking the buildings. They will take everything from OG in this best of 5 finals. They have done it. A 2-1, but they come back in game 4, back in game 5, and Virtus.pro are your ESL 1 LA champions.
What a game.